Good morning world, welcome to another week on the van build. This is week 12 and it could be our last week, could be our last 10 days, I'm not sure. Basically, the more we put into decorating and the finishing touches, the quicker we'll get done. The whole thing needs painted, so I'm starting on that now, and we just need to put the PVC, which is coming tomorrow, into the shower, and we've got a couple of drawers to build, and that's kind of it. So once all that's done, once it's painted, once I add a few finishing touches, then well, the van's going to be complete. So I won't say this is the last week because I don't know, but we're on the road. So it's not raining yet. Clouds are looking a little dark over there, but so I'm gonna finish painting the drawer fronts. They need one final coat, and then they're done, and that's one thing, and then I'm gonna start on the rest of the van. It's one thing at a time because I don't want to mess anything up. I've got a cup of tea, sun is shining, let's go. You can see the cladding of the kitchen area, which is looking very nice. See the table up. But yes, I've put the final coat on all the cupboard fronts, and they are drying and they're done, and then I'll just paint these tonight, and hopefully basically by tomorrow the cupboard should be painted. Good morning world. So last night I came back into the van after we finished and I put the first coat on our worktops. Basically we're trying to create our own worktops, so I bought a slab of wood, 18mm, I think it's like timberwood board, pine wood, from Wicks, and then I'm staining it with worktop oil from Osmo. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's this stuff. Yeah, and it's basically like it makes the surface waterproof, food proof. It's safe to chop on it, etc, etc. So I put the first coat on and it's actually turned out quite well, minus a few issues, but I'll show you the colour, and then I'm going to get the second coat on today and finish the rest of the worktops. So you can kind of see the colour that's going on here. It's almost like a dark oak, so it's not fully done yet, but it's looking quite good. Okay, so I thought I'd show you how I'm doing this countertop. So this is the piece of board we've got. I've sanded this down. I'm going to sand it a little bit more with more coarse sandpaper. It's going to be cut down to size so this crack won't be seen, but I'm going to use the top coat, top oil, on it, and I'll show you how it works and how it looks. So when you put this on though, it takes 8 to 10 hours to dry for the first coat and the second coat, but it takes 2 to 3 weeks for it to really seep in and become like waterproof and corroded. Is that the right word? But yeah, so it's a work in progress, but we'll have it in the van before 2 to 3 weeks. We'll just have to be careful with it. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like.
Big day. Worrying day actually. We're about to test our water system because Kaz can show you. We are putting in the shower today.
The bucket will be gone.
And the Pixar PVC will be turning up. So what we need to do is test to see that the shower actually doesn't leak before we put all the PVC on. So what we're going to do is we've hooked up the whole water system. Everything should be good to go. Sink. Right, we'll be in a second. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be sort of like not a dry run, because it'll be wet, but yeah, so it'll be like a sort of test run to see if there's any leaks. Hopefully it just comes out of the shower.
Yeah, because if this goes all well, then everything works essentially in the van.
And our gas hose turns up today.
Yeah, so
literally
Just, you
Just
know.
be finishing touches. So fingers crossed, everyone, this goes well. So here's a quick update on how that went. Overall, pretty good. Had a couple of leaks out the back with the water heater, but it was just where the Jubilee clips needed doing up, and the accumulator. But if you look here, here's our shower. Obviously there will be a shower hose connected to that. Comes out of there. The only leaks we had were out of this nut, but again, this is not even done up fully yet, so that's fine. The bits coming out of the wall, the push fit fittings, are dry still. Yep, which is good. With the shower, the only place really that could be an issue is there's a couple of joints up here. I mean, they shouldn't leak, but if we suddenly get water dripping through the ceiling, then that's why. Our sink, look at that, beauty, perfect. If you listen, you can hear, maybe you can't hear that, but our water pump just kicked in. So it just turned off again, which is great. So it means we can have it on and it's silent unless water actually comes out, then it kicks in. And then under here is where the hot and cold feeds all tee off to the sink and to the shower. And again, no leaks, surprisingly.
Good morning, world. So I'm quite pleased today because the sun is shining, and that means I can get my paint stuff to dry. So I thought I'd give you an update on my work surface situation. I'll show you what it looks like and what I'm going to do next. They're not quite how I want them yet, but they're getting there. So I've got everything dry in here. The doors, cupboard fronts, Sunny's joined me. But yeah, so this is them. The rest of it's in the van, but this is the work surface area that will be half of it's permanent and half of it will be detachable. But what I want is what I thought would happen, because it says that it has like a satin finish, which is not pure glossy finish and it's not a matte finish. It's basically somewhere in between. But this is still very matte to me. It's got a little bit of a satin tinge to it, but not exactly what I want. So I'm going to put one more coat on it, and then I'm going to see what happens, and then hopefully they'll be ready to go in by tonight.
Okay, here's what I've been up to for a few hours. So obviously this is meant to be our second double bed, like our spare double bed. And if you've seen it before, I don't know, but this table flops down here, sits on these edges here, and covers this area of the bed. So the question is, how do we fill this space? Well, this is the first stage. It is not pretty, okay, forgive me, but it's functional. So this comes out like that. That has caused me a lot of hag trying to work out how to make that work, but yeah, got there. And it's really strong because this is 18mm ply. So there'll just be this little gap here, not covered, but let me show you. So there we are. All that's left to do is find a way to bridge this area. I'm about to build the top part of this, sort of part of the countertop, and that will actually be able to be taken off and put down there. So then we just need a bit to fill that. So, but this was a good first step, I think. We're getting there. Last night, the PVC turned up for our shower, and luckily I got the shower ready yesterday. So plan is to cut it and get it fitted, and then so we have a working shower. So that's going to be my job now.
So we have some very exciting news. Da -da. Look at this! So our shower area is in. We need to get, we've got the rail, we just need to get a shower curtain to put across there. But I picked this out. I just wanted something that was like a bit different for the bathroom area. And I absolutely love this. I am very happy with my choice. I got this from DBS Bathrooms, I think. But yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Hello guys, so let me give you a little update. So the shower is in, fully functional, might I add, because Brad took a shower in it yesterday and it was really good apparently. Nice warm water. We've ordered a shower curtain but apparently didn't spill out too much, which is great, so really happy with that. If you can hear that noise in the background, I don't know if you can, but that's our air heater. It's nice and toasty, and we've got telling us the temperature, and it's set to about 20, so it'll knock off whenever it reaches that. I've started painting. This is the first coat, that's why it looks so bad. Cupboards are done there. This wall is done. This wall is done. Back is done. These are done. This is done. Oh yes, and the whole sink and tiling has started. We need to order 2 more for this area. This is really cool stick-on tiles. They're really easy to use, and I think they look class. Yeah, got the oven, and we're adding on that last bit of work surface there, and the doors and everything are going on right now because they're all painted, and I'll show you what they look like. So it's starting to come together. Basically need to paint this area. I'm going to make a start on that today, then I'll get the second coat on tonight, third coat on tomorrow, and then it's really finishing touches. And that's it. Whoop whoop woo! But that's it for this week. Literally, we're leaving on Saturday, so there will be 1 more video, and then that's it. But that's the end of this week. So yes, if you want to keep on with our van build adventures and our van life adventures, because I will be vlogging from Scotland and we will be doing a van tour, etc., then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, but for now, I will see you next week for what better be the final video in our van conversion.